Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, the Coach Coop Show. Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, the Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show.
Yo. What's going on, Miami Hurricanes fans and my college football family? I say Miami Hurricanes fans, but I don't expect a strong showing of Canes fans tonight because this is a Miami Hurricanes fan worst nightmare. Ohio State and Notre Dame playing for a national championship. I got my vomit bag close by, within reach. We might need it multiple times. Tonight I feel a little sick to my stomach. However, this is the final college football game of the season. And no more college football until what? At least August. So here we are. We're going to try to have a good time. And I know that most people want to discuss other things when it comes to Canes fans, right? Everybody wants to talk about the Xavier Lucas situation with Wisconsin. I've been pretty quiet on the whole thing. I did post one video, but I didn't do a deep dive on my opinion. We can talk about that some throughout the stream if you guys want to. There's a reason why I've not spoken on it very much. But I don't mind talking about it. Small talking because this isn't a Miami game, right? So if we want to small talk some tonight, that's fine. But it's good to see everybody here. Will you continue the CFP 25 streams? Yes, sir. Sure will. We fired those up in June. Yep. Randy was here first. Good to see you, Randy. Any overtime tonight? Let me know. Daniel Wade says, let's go Irish, baby. Love you, Coop. Appreciate you, Daniel. Been rocking with me for a long time. And, hey, we'll see, man. We'll see what Notre Dame can do. I've with predictions, trying to push my feelings over to the side. I would not root for Ohio State. I would not root for Notre Dame. I think that Notre Dame winning it doesn't really work this way, I know. But if we want to make a little joke, if Notre Dame wins it, Miami opens with Notre Dame this 2025 season. So Miami would have a shot at the previous national championship winning team. That could be a pretty cool little story, a little narrative, going into the 2025 season. But other than that, man, if I'm making an official prediction, if I were putting money on it, again, we got to remember, I'm not rooting for either team. I root for this team right here. I root for this team right here. I'm not rooting for either team. But if you were to hand me, I don't know, $100, $500, $1,000, and you said, Coop, drop this money line on one of these teams, who's it going to be? I'm going to say Ohio State. Obviously, these are considered the two best teams in the country, whether we like it or not, because they're in the national championship. Does Notre Dame have the firepower, the ability to win this game? Of course they do. Riley Leonard has impressed me a little bit. Al Golden's defense is pretty good. I think that if Ohio State can activate Jeremiah Smith and they don't shut him down, I think Ohio State probably wins this game. And that's what I'm officially predicting. Let me know what you have. Ohio State is the favorite. Ohio State is the 8.5 point favorite, I believe. But as we've seen in the playoffs, that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. Just depends. It's showtime, baby. This is the big one. So both these teams are going to get up for this game. Joe Kubler, what's up, man? I'm probably butchering your last name. My apologies. Big fans of Coach Coop from Athens, Georgia. I appreciate you, Joe. Robin says, let's go Ohio. Zach Jones in the building. MS79 Canes fan, good to see you. Rodney, 2002, never forget, go Notre Dame. See, there is like a deep-rooted hatred for Ohio State. But then at the same time, there's the Catholics versus convicts, you know, the all the stuff that went down with that. But Miami like already had their shot at Notre Dame in 2017 and demolished them. So a lot of people want to see Notre Dame win. When I say people, I mean Canes fans. They want to see the Fighting Irish win because they want some payback. They want Ohio State to get to a natty and not win it here. I think that Ohio State's last national championship victory, while I walk away to adjust my brightness here real quick, was it 2014? Was it 2014? Maybe Cypher or another Ohio State fan can fill me in. I think it's been about a decade. It's been about 10 years. Nick Snyder, Bryce W., the hardest working man in the room, John Bird, Cameron, I appreciate you, man. Kermit, Tropigal, Ibis Canes fan, KCD, Disturb Villain. Appreciate y'all, man. It's going to be pretty chill for most of us, minus Daniel Wade and probably Cypher, because they got a dog in the fight. Swag Kane, Rocky Top Kane. We need to pull for Notre Dame. Why? I mean, exactly, right? That makes a ton of sense, but I still can't root for Notre Dame. All I'm going to do is make an official prediction, and the official prediction is Ohio State wins. Simple as that. But, you know, as we said, it would be a cool narrative to be like, we beat the team because we're going to beat them. We're going to beat them in 2025. I'm going to get ahead of myself here. We are going to beat the Fighting Irish to open the 2025 season. And if they won the Natty, hey, we beat that team. That team that just won the Natty, yeah, we beat them guys. Yeah. So it'd be a cool little thing. Yeah. One time you're going for Notre Dame. You hate ND for 2020. What's up, Ray? Notre Dame has to be. So what's your guys' actual prediction? Not who you want to win. Like, is there a hatred for Al Golden there? I don't know. Take that out of it. Take the hatred out of it. What's your prediction? What's your prediction? Here's your chance. I'm not saying, hey, look, again, I know a lot of Miami fans say both lose. I'm talking about I give you a serious stack of cash and tell you I need you to put that money line on one of these teams. Who are you putting it on? That's what I'm asking. That's really what I want to know. Let me adjust something on my camera real quick. I'll be right back. Let me know.
This is what it takes to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Can we all agree that the NFL is rigged?
Man, did you see that drop? Man, the Ravens marched down the field and had an opportunity to tie it up and take it to overtime. And what's his name? That tight end for the Ravens? Oh, man. Randy with the big two. Thank you for the love, my man. I'll sit you atop your throne. So who is in it then now? It's Chiefs, obviously. Everybody who's shocked there. You have Chiefs, Bills, Commanders, Eagles. It'd be kind of cool if the Commanders won it. I don't care about any of those teams, but it'd be kind of cool, I guess. Jaden Daniels is only in year 2, right? If he came out and they won a Super Bowl in his second year, woo! Dang. It'll be interesting, too. It seemed like that the Eagles quarterback kind of tweaked his knee or something in that game. There was snow in multiple games. It was a crazy weekend. You enjoyed seeing that drop as a Bills fan? Oh, is he year 1? Why did I think he was in his second year? That's right. So, wait a minute. So, could he go in and actually win a Super Bowl? That's crazy. Dang. Okay, that'd be wild. That'd be wild. Hurts. Yes, so Hurts with kind of tweaking his knee and stuff. That'd be crazy, man. Rookie has never won the Super Bowl. So that's what I said. That'd be kind of cool to see. That'd be
winning
kind
the
of cool.
Natty will further continue to mess up ACC and playoff system. Shout out to Nick.
Ooh. Disturbed villain. Interesting. Interesting. That's a different way to, a different angle to look at this thing, right? Okay. Okay. Is an independent coming in and winning the Natty in the expanded playoffs, right? Appreciate you, Disturbed Villain. Thank you, man. It goes to show y'all how closely I follow NFL when I'm talking about Jayden Daniels being in year 2. Yeah, I don't follow it super closely. But I do like watching not the playoffs, the Super Bowl. I do like watching some of the wild card games, and once it gets down to the nitty gritty, you know. Appreciate you, Disturbed. I saw that. They said that he had a requirement was wherever he went that they had to incorporate VR training. Can you really argue with his methods if they come out and win a freaking Super Bowl? Like, you want the Commanders to win, your Titans let you down? That's insane. I forgot. You guys are right, though. You've won. Bills can't beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead? Probably not. Especially if you can't touch Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry, but I do agree with that take. It really seems like there's an extra layer of protection on Patrick Mahomes. I know they want to protect quarterbacks, but bro, come on. Come on, man. Nick 305 checking in. What's up, man? Came for live 229. It was Mark Andrews that dropped that. That's rough. That is rough. So here we go, man. We're about to kick this thing off. We seem to be split on who y'all think is going to win, Notre Dame or Ohio State. I know who Cypher wants to win and who he thinks is going to win. Tom Brady had it for years. Yeah, pass the torch on to Mr. Mahomes. You want Buffalo and Washington? That'd be pretty cool. I'd be watching it as a neutral party, so I just want an exciting game when it comes to the Super Bowl. And I think that the Jayden Daniels thing would give me a reason to watch it, to see what happens there. Want Notre Dame, think OSU, that's fair. Last college football game, y'all. I know it's a rough one. I'm with you. But this is it, man. First year with the expanded playoff system, and this is what we get. Ohio State and Notre Dame. This will go down as the two teams that made it to the finale in the first year of this thing. Scoreboard, we'll get it. Yep. We'll throw it up there as soon as they kick off. I got you. You hate the Patriots. I don't like the Patriots either. Yep. Any chances for a tie tonight? I don't know, man. I think this should be a good game. I don't think anybody's blowing anybody out, you know? I think it should be a pretty exciting game. We're just waiting for the coin toss. How y'all been doing, though? Is it freezing where you live? It's been getting down to single digits here where I live. It's crazy. So freaking cold here. Not a fan. Not a fan of that at all. Snow coming to South Georgia on Wednesday. You're not too far from me, so it's probably pretty cold there too. Tallahassee supposed to get snow? 11 degrees. Man, I think here it's not as cold tonight as it was the other night. Let me see. We're waiting for kickoff. It is 18 degrees where I live. Feels like 10.
This is what it takes to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
You know, this game would probably make a good drinking game for every touchdown. Notre Dame gets you drink a beer for every touchdown that Ohio State gets you take a shot.
You know, if you're looking to get crunk tonight, you might be on to something, Randy. I'll sit you atop your throne, Randy. You darn right. You darn right. I probably will not be partaking because about probably 5 minutes into the game, I'd be gone. I'm a lightweight, Randy. Was there already cheating going on? Did he drop the coin?
To wear the U.
What is this?
On the side of your helmet.
Huh?
74 degrees here, Co-op. Brr.
Yeah. Go ahead and rub it in, Bahama. Go ahead. Thank you for the 305, my man. 74. Through my eyes says 61. You're in Maynardville? Okay, so you're freezing your butt off too. You're in Middle Tennessee, 15 degrees. Cold everywhere, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. You gonna play that drinking game, Randy, yourself? Come on, Randy. So no matter what, the national champions won't have a conference title. Here we go. Yeah, probably a lot. When you get up in closer to higher elevations, man, I think it's supposed to snow a good bit. Yep. All right, we'll get the scoreboard up here in just. Wow, there's a lot of Notre Dame fans there. There's a lot of Ohio State fans too. Look at all them green rags, twirling them around. You hate both teams. I feel you. Hey, enjoy, my friend. All right. We'll get the scoreboard up here. It's going to be that funky one. A lot of Notre Dame fans everywhere. They always kind of surprise me.
This is what it takes.
With the strong showing of Notre Dame fans.
Co-op, since our boy Cam will be in the draft, will you be doing draft night coverage?
You know what? For the first time in the history of this channel, maybe. I'm actually considering it. I had actually had an invite potentially, don't know yet, to potentially go there. That'd be pretty wild. But yeah, man, for the first time in a long time, I'm gonna watch the NFL draft, man. Let's see where some of these guys go. I'll be tracking it, and we might do it. Be fun to talk about. Thank you, Bahama. Hey, Ohio State will take a nice little TFL on that first down. Wow. Okay. I'll get the bot out of here. Don't worry. I forgot that they were going to be in here. They didn't get the memo that they weren't invited. Already third down. It kind of surprises me how well Leonard runs the ball. Yeah, I know. I've heard a lot of talk of the Titans possibly not taking Cam Ward. I've kind of heard the same. You know, they have a lot of staff changes and stuff up high at the top level, and a lot of things are getting shifted around. Ooh, had him open. It stinks because I can't really show the down and distance on the scoreboard with the way they do it. You know, did they not take that into account when they made it? There we go. Not too bad. But the Titans need a quarterback. So their current quarterback is Will Levis, and he didn't have the best year. And since they're making a lot of changes up top, I don't follow NFL closely. You know that, Nick. But there are a lot of people who are saying, you know what, this is kind of a bust. Let's just move on. Like the Titans, you know, have been bad for a while. They need something to kind of breathe new life into that team. And something like a big star quarterback with your pick could be big. A lot of people have said, though, they need to go a different route. I just know it'd be kind of cool if Cam Ward became a Tennessee Titan, because I could go watch him play in the pros in person. But to be fair, the Panthers Stadium is closer for me than the Titan Stadium is. What's up, Keith? You unleashed the wrath of the Titans inside your, yeah. Hey, that's a big accomplishment sometimes, man. Short? You've been having trouble. That's big time, you know? You think if the Titans don't take him, the Giants will? You a Chiefs fan, WT? Third and short. Stopped. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no, but you like Mahomes? I don't hear that very often. I very, very rarely hear that. Interesting. You go for it here? Yeah. Yeah, they're going. Aggressive here. Okay. What are you going to run Riley Leonard, right? That ain't a good sign if they if they know Leonard is going to keep it and they can't shut that man down. That's true. Jackson Dart, yeah. Okay, huge conversion for Notre Dame. Yeah, man. I think they need to change at quarterback. Yeah. I think Will Levis is no bueno. Riley Leonard having a pretty good first drive here. Extending plays, moving the chains with his legs. Playing like he's been here before. Yo, what's up, Glenn? Oh, man. Nice run.
We ballin', boy.
Glenn. Glenn checking in. My man with the 26 months. Thank you for the love, Glenn. I would say how's your week been, but it's only Monday. So I guess how was last week for you? Thank you for the support, Glenn. Who you got tonight? It's unstoppable. Obviously, I mean, you want everybody to stay healthy for all 4 quarters, but think about it, man. This is the national championship, so you're not really super concerned about putting somebody's body on the line. Like, hey, Riley Leonard might get kind of beaten and banged up a little bit. Well, this is it. This is the national championship. You do whatever it takes to get it done. You got plenty of time to heal up for next season. Yep, no next game, right? What's up, Shard? You just like to see the last good CFP game? I feel you, Wilmer. Same for me. Are you nervous, Cypher? Or is it more excitement? Oh, he's going to run it. Okay, I'm pretty impressed with Notre Dame in this first drive, though. Not going to lie. You're almost always nervous. I mean, they're moving the ball. They had to go forward on a 4th down, but they got it with ease. It's looking like they might walk away with a touchdown here. I mean, it's going to be Leonard running it, right? He's short. Oh, now what? Now what? This is the national championship, bro. Are you going for it down here? Analytics say go, right? Given like their success on 3rd and 4th and short. Yeah, 4th and 1. 4th and 3 or less, go. Oh, here we go. I wonder what they might do. I wonder. No trickery. Just sending Leonard right up the middle. Okay, though, bro. I know I talked about this is the final game, so you're not too concerned about him getting beat up, though. Okay, though, man. Leonard taking a ton of hits on this first drive. Jeez. He got up and he was bent over. Could just be kind of a little exhausted,
This
man.
is what it take
That wear and
to wear
tear.
the U on the side of your helmet.
Their time management is working, they milking it.
Wow. Wow. Riley Leonard just shredding Ohio State's defense on that first drive, making it look relatively easy. Again, we won't ignore the fact that they had to go for it on 4 2 times on this drive. But they continued to call Riley Leonard's name, and he got it done. Dang. What's up, Bob Leach? Yeah, they didn't turn off the wear and tear for the Natty. Nope. It's fully enabled. That drive was basically the first quarter. Keep that up, and Ohio State's only going to get the ball like 3 times in the whole game. What a game plan, and what a way to come out and execute it on that first drive. Holy smokes. Glenn, you nailed it. Their time management is working, and they milking it. Thank you for the 2, Glenn. Most of Miami's first offensive plays look great this past year. Are you talking about like first possession? Like, you usually kind of have like a little bit of a scripted drive put together, right? Hey, I'll see you in the building. What's up? Zach Jones with the 8 months. He says, told y'all to take Notre Dame. Leonard trying to be Haynes King so bad, I nailed Notre Dame +9 so hard. But, hey, Ohio State is going to get a chance to respond here. To be fair, we've not seen this Buckeye offense against this Notre Dame defense. Let's see. Let's see. But, yeah, man, I mean, there could have been an opportunity there with Ohio State being an 8 or 8.5 point favorite. There are definitely probably some people that hammered straight Notre Dame money line or +9.
This is what it take
Opportunity there.
to
You're
wear
right.
the U
Thank you,
on the
Zach.
side of your helmet.
If Notre Dame can control the clock like they're doing and prevent Ohio State, Fritz going to be a long night for Ohio State.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm not, I don't change the prediction as, throughout the game. So I locked in Ohio State at the beginning, so that's what I'm rocking with. We'll see. I think Notre Dame +9 is probably a great bet either way, Zach, because surely they can keep it within 9, especially if they're slowing down the pace of the game and limiting Ohio State's opportunities offensively. Then it makes a ton of sense. Thank you, Randy, for the 5, man. Jeremiah Smith with a 60-yarder. You know I'm a closet OSU fan, Coop. Couldn't be further from the truth. If I was going to be a closet fan of a team, it sure as heck would not be Notre Dame or Ohio State, let me tell you. I don't think it could be any further away than one of these 2 teams. All right, I'm going to eat a little snack while we're hanging out here. We got commercials. This is not a Miami game. We're snacking. We're chilling. Family vibes here. Good to see you, Dion. I still ain't forgot about you, bro.
This is what it take
Well,
to
he
wear the
sure
U
is, man.
on the side of your helmet.
Haynes King and Riley Leonard when it comes to being borderline running backs and running down your throat, destroying LBs. Man cooking, man cooking, man cooking.
A score on the screen would be nice. Hold on. We have commercials. It makes me look like a liar. Wait till after the commercials. Hold on. There is. I know you might have just not looked at the bottom there. You're good, man. I was gonna make a joke. I'm not trying to pick at you. Yeah, the scoreboard is active and along the bottom. It's real time for me, so you'll see the game clock, play clock, down and distance, score, all that good stuff. I got you, bro. I got you. You wonder how the Golden Irish defense compares to Mark D'Onofrio Kane defense? I think we know. Is that a Star Crunch cookie? No, it's some kind of new thing. We got commercials. I'll show you. It's some kind of strawberry. Got some sort of strawberry jelly stuff. Not jelly. I don't know how to describe it. Paste. I don't know what the heck it is. But it's good, man. I thought it was going to be pretty disgusting, and I bought it on a whim just to try it, and it's freaking good. You had Ohio State winning when the bracket was released? I had Oregon. I was wrong. Dead wrong. And again, I appreciate you, Zach. You're not wrong. It's Georgia Tech. Nope. Wrong. Falls at Florida State fan.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
WT7. No one cares about Georgia Tech. The state of Georgia owns Florida. Scoreboard. Scoreboard. Ha 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 ha. Love trolls. Womp womp.
Zach Jones with another 5. Good, let's get some trash talk going now. Let's get it going. All right. You think Miami go independent? Nah. I know where they're not going now. They sure as heck ain't going to the Big Ten. Boy, if anybody thought that was on the table, that if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's what everybody's discussing. That one ain't happening. I guess it's SEC or bust. Or just stay in the ACC, which is the most likely scenario. What's up, Cajun Kane? Uh-oh, getting some pushback, Zach. My cousin Josh Knight checking in. Who you got tonight, Josh? We'll still allow a prediction. It's early. We've not seen if Ohio State responds. Who you got? They can both lose at the same time. Okay. 5 or 6 on that first play. How's Max doing with the winner? He hates it. Hates it. Y'all got it all wrong, man. Who you got, Josh? Dion has Notre Dame. Look, most of us fans of other teams can't talk too much trash, including myself, because we're sitting at home watching this game right now. Because if this were Miami, I'd be there. But it ain't. I'm sitting at home watching this on the TV. You're pulling for Notre Dame just because you dislike Ohio State more? I'd say so after they gave Tennessee that beatdown. And you know I have no love for Ohio State either, Josh. That's understandable. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. If number 4 gets going, it starts getting scary. Yeah, this is a Miami fan's worst nightmare, Cajun Kane. My stomach hurts a little bit. We'll push through it, though. We'd have to find a way to make it happen, Rocky Top came. That's a pretty hefty tight end. I feel you, Elijah. It's nice, man. Finally. Wouldn't Ohio State versus FSU be worse? Maybe not, no. I dislike Notre Dame more than I do Florida State. I don't know. Is that a hot take? I don't think it is. Might be. Oh, big run. I'm more so. I dislike Florida State, but I more so view them as a little brother. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. You hate Florida State the most? Moving. You might be right though, Cypher. I legit might be in the minority with that one. Wow. A 5-yard loss. Not good. Imagine if he could have cut back upfield. Just hit the brakes and cut back up. 15 and who was that? 8 or 9? 15 and 8 would have went out of bounds. Shoot. Hating Bama is natural. It is, especially when you live in the South. Because that's all, so many bandwagon Bama fans. Ohio State with their little version of running with the quarterback. The Buckeyes said we can do this too. That's insane that the first quarter's over. I blinked and the first quarter's over. Were there even any penalties? That were called, right? That were called. I know that's what he said. Any penalties that were called. No. That was pretty much Notre Dame's quarter. Okay, y'all wanted a max update, right? There's your max update. It's cold, so he's in his dino jammies. He's always just splayed out. He don't care. He has no shame. You in your dino jammies, buddy? Hey. He's nice and comfy. One would think he wants to keep his belly warm. Yeah, a lot of them are made like that so he can go to the bathroom easily. I ordered him a fleece set of pajamas today. Maybe keep him a little bit warmer because, like I said, he hates it, man. He does not like winter at all. Who else is rooting against the Bills next week? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a big Bills fan, but I don't like the Chiefs either, man. Bro, I can't. Like, since I'm not super loyal to an NFL team, I just don't want to see. I don't want to see the same teams winning over and over, you know. And I feel like all I ever hear about is Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and Travis Kelce, and I feel like it's just forcibly shoved down my throat all the time. So I'm like, I can't. I don't want the Chiefs to win. I'm sorry. Who would you like to see draft Cam? I mean, given the order and the way it plays out, if the Titans don't draft him, some of the other places he could go, I'd probably rather the Titans take him. Just saying. Maybe, Randy. Maybe. Yeah, if I had to pick a team, I'm with Kyle. So, you know, we say we're not talking predictions, we're not talking about who you root for. I'm just saying, hey, as a neutral guy, no love for any of these teams. Who would I like to see win it? The Commanders. Who would I predict to win it? Probably the Chiefs. Prediction would be Chiefs win it all. Who would I like to see win it? Commanders. Yep. I'm right there with you, Kyle. I just wish I would have put money on the Commanders to win the Super Bowl like a month or two ago, because I can't imagine what those odds would have been. Would have been crazy. They're like plus 750 right now to win it. Chiefs with a 3-peat. Jets. Is Aaron Rodgers, is he gone after this year with the Jets? That's like a done thing, right? Even if he doesn't retire, isn't he gone? I don't know. I'm just asking. Interesting play. They are finding ways to get Jeremiah Smith involved, and this is where we said this could be a problem for Notre Dame. That was a crazy play. Sick play design. I got to give it to him on that. Okay. Okay. What were the odds Notre Dame could win it all? I don't know. I need to do that this year. Go in before the season kicks off for NFL and college and screenshot odds to win it all, and then go back and look and see, you know, which team wins it. What were the odds if you would have placed money on it early, just to see. Heck of a play call. Dawson, let's add that one to the playbook. Let's add that one in. That's my type of betting, Randy. But high risk, I would say high risk, yes, but I do low amount of money. So I'm a low risk, like financially, like money wise, but I like the high risk bets. I'm a 20-leg parlay kind of guy. Send it, put a buck on it, send it, and pray. That's what I do. Rodgers had a terrible, no good year. Yeah, the Jets were bad. Why does Marcus Freeman make you angry? Got to study for your exams next week. Good luck, Eric. You'll crush it, bro. Good to see you, and good luck. How much would it take to bring Jeremiah Smith back home? A lot. 10 million might not be too far off. I don't, I love the conspiracy theories and thinking about Jeremiah Smith being a Hurricane at some point, because the portal provides those opportunities. Like, you could go somewhere like, what if Ohio State wins it? He gets a natty, and then he wants to finish out his career at home at Miami. Wild theory, I know, but I'm just saying the portal provides some of those opportunities. But it would be an enormous amount. Why would he come back home? I don't think he would. He is literally playing for a team that is playing in the national championship. We can sit here as Miami fans and be like, bro, you made the wrong decision. Why didn't you stay home, put on for the crib, and help bring Miami back? Bro, dude is playing on the biggest stage there is for college football. He's in the national championship. Yeah. I've been waiting on this question to come up, man. I did post a video about Xavier Lucas, or Xavier Lucas, I guess is the correct way to pronounce his name. I posted one video about it. The reason why I'm not doing a super deep dive on the Lucas situation is because it's a pet peeve of mine when the internet lawyers come out. It drives me nuts. I'm all about discussing controversial topics and touchy subjects, and I love it when people voice their opinion. But there are so many legal experts coming out of the woodwork to talk about this Lucas situation, and people will literally read a tweet or they'll Google something, and all of a sudden they are a lawyer and they know the ins and outs of both sides, and they have the answer, and their answer is the right answer. So, and they don't type it out in a way that it's their opinion. They type it out in a way as if it's fact. And when it comes to like the legal side of things with all of this, it drives me nuts. The comment section becomes a war zone. Trust me, I looked over. Dono had on Lucas's lawyer today. And when you go to the comment section, man, it's a bunch of nasty Wisconsin fans and a bunch of heated Miami fans. And everybody knows everything about the situation, and it just drives me nuts. So I've kind of decided to stay away from it. My opinion is that it's as simple as this. With the way everything works in today's times, if the guy wants to transfer, just let him transfer. Do you really want to force someone to stay that doesn't want to be there? Like, I understand saying, hey, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's discuss it. Let's try to make this work. And if you still can't make it happen, I know there's legal things and people talking about certain things that haven't been voted on yet, and technically they can't even have this agreement and all these different things. At the end of the day, If a guy doesn't want to be there, I would not want him playing for the team. If he wants to transfer, let him transfer. If you want to try to make changes or you think that you were done wrong, I think Wisconsin is approaching this the wrong way in being so vocal about it online and putting out all these statements and things. I think it actually makes them look bad. And I'm trying to say that I'm trying to be neutral. I think it makes them look bad. I think you should have just handled it behind closed doors. I think you chalk him up as a loss. You let him go. You let him transfer because he obviously doesn't want to be there. And then if you have some kind of issue with the system and you think you were done wrong, all this stuff, just handle that stuff behind closed doors. Going out and getting the Big Ten to put out a statement and you putting out an official statement and still trying to drag it on and kind of drag his name through the mud a little bit too. He didn't want to be there. Let him transfer. Figure it out. The NCAA doesn't seem to want anything to do with it. Like, just let him go. And then that's just my take. That's my opinion. I know there are discussions about did Miami tamper and all these different things. Look, I don't know. I know that the way college football is set up now is kind of annoying. Like, remove the Lucas situation because people are going to take it and try to spin my words. I still think there needs to be something figured out to some extent when it comes to the transfer portal and NIL, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what they would do. I just know that people said, Coop, if Ruben Bain wanted to transfer, you would be pissed and you'd be doing the same thing Wisconsin's doing. No, I would not. I would be sad and I would say, this sucks. Ruben Bain's a good football player. I wish we could keep him. But if he truly wanted to go, I would not be on here saying, Miami, you better force Ruben Bain to stay. Because he's just going to go out there. He might go out there and just half-ass everything. If he truly does not want to be there and he's miserable. So that's my take. Do I think that teams tamper? Yes. Pretty much all of them. Yeah. So that's my opinion. I'm glad you brought it up, though. You're a certified YouTube lawyer, straight street 6. I feel you. I'm sure that I'll end up breaking my promise at some point. I put out a tweet the other day and I said, I'm going to refrain from discussing the Lucas situation, even though it's the hot topic, for those reasons that I just laid out. But I'll probably end up breaking it at some point because it's what everybody's talking about. Ooh, that one hurts. It is like the only one who doesn't. Like, come on, man. Look at these guys that enter the portal and within half an hour they've committed to a team. Come on now. Guys aren't jumping in the portal and just like use your brain, you know? Mm-mm-mm. 3rd and 23. Very different from that first drive. Not a good look for Notre Dame. Leonard can run for 23 easy. That's what they should have done. Yeah, and that's why I say it's just too it's too weird of a situation really for me to deep dive with me not being a legal expert, because then all it comes down to is just my personal take and opinion on it. I'll be honest, and I'll just say this. I'm a bit more old school. I believe that even a handshake should be honored if possible. So it gets into a weird area with Lucas because it makes me sound like a hypocrite. You know, the problem is there's always exceptions. So I say, you know, he signed a potential contract, right? Well, they say this hasn't been voted on and hasn't been pushed through yet. But then my other opinion is you put pen to paper, so your intention was to honor that. But, like I said, before you think I'm against him becoming a Miami Hurricane, I say this, there's always exceptions. Things don't really work that way in today's times. So I do also recognize, and I'm willing to say, if he didn't want to be there, and it's that big of a deal, just let him go. Instead of dragging it on and like I said, making it a big public thing. You know, like openly calling out Miami, trying to look all big and bad, you know, having the Big Ten make the statement, doing all that. I feel like that's just kind of over the top. But that's just me personally. So you're the same way, Wilmer? Like, you know, like growing up, I realized people, you know, would go quote you for a job. You shake hands on it. That means you do the work and then the person pays you. And like you honor it. Now, you know, with contracts, I've said it in the other thing I talked about. Contracts don't mean shit. There's always loopholes. There's pretty much a way out of everything. And in today's times, people want freedom to do what they want to do when they want to do it. And the way things work kind of reflect that. Look at the transfer portal. There's really not any consequences. You can jump in and out. You can instantly go somewhere and play. So it just, times are different. And either way, for me, it all comes back to still, I would not want to keep someone that just truly does not want to be there. So like Wisconsin is probably pushing because they want some kind of change to a rule somewhere. They want someone to pay up because they feel like they've been done wrong. This is just my opinion. No matter what, Lucas is not going to go to Wisconsin. They could try to take something to court. They could win it. Lucas will not play for Wisconsin. He does not want to be there. He's at the point where it seems like it would be he'd play nowhere before he would go play for Wisconsin. They've already ruined the relationship between the two of them. It's not going to happen. So they either want, that's possible, some sort of compensation, or they want some sort of rule changed because they're kind of like, hey, you're a good football player. We set all this up for you, and then you basically just said piss off and you left. You know? Yeah, they don't want him to stay at this point. Correct. Yeah. If Lucas's father's health problems is a motivator, and it's possible. His lawyer said his dad was sick. But this is why, this comes back to Rocky Top, why I said I've not posted a video on it. I literally had someone in the comment section say, Lucas's father is sick, and that's what his lawyer said. And his lawyer doubled down on that and said that today. And then someone else said, I interviewed his father. They were like a sports writer. They said, I interviewed his father like a week ago, and he said that his wish was for him to stay at Wisconsin. So that's why I'm like, I can't. Even though I love the touchy subjects and stuff and the drama, some of the stuff I just draw the line, and I'm like, it just drives me insane. College football is the Wild West, and you know, it's just getting kind of crazy. I will welcome new talent, though. No. Call me a hypocrite if you want. I will welcome Xavier Lucas. He's a Miami Hurricane. There we are. What's up, Sage? And I don't mind discussing it though. Don't think you can't type out your opinion on it. Big time reception. Yeah, I can't be mad at him for wanting to leave and taking the steps to do it, no matter what argument might be there for some sort of contract that is or isn't legal or whatever, right? They got to figure all this stuff out. What'd you miss? We were talking about the Xavier Lucas stuff. Since I've been refusing to upload an update video on the situation. I've been sitting back and letting, the Locked On Canes and Miami Flow and all those guys talk about it. It's one of those situations where it just annoys me. Almost dead even with rushing yards. Rumor said that Quinn Ewers turned down $6 million to go to the draft. Why? $6 million for only 1 year of college, 30-year treasury to get 20. I don't know. I thought the same thing. Get that guaranteed college money, man. Shoot, I would. All right, third down for the Buckeyes. Again, giving Notre Dame a taste of their own medicine. Can Horton transfer back in the spring window? I mean, technically, I believe so. Yeah. Will Howard's always bigger than I think. Man, they're killing him with that passing attack. Making it look easy. Oh, yeah, I don't think Horton comes back. And I don't think that Mario would take him back. That's just my personal opinion. But the question of would he be allowed to come back? I mean, technically. This is why there should be regulations in the portal that you can use the transfer portal for freshman and sophomore once you're a junior, whatever school you're in. It's tough because like there would always be players you would potentially make an exception for, right? And then like who is the person who decides if that is an exception to let that player transfer? Like you would need like a board of people that go through and they review each individual case, and then what happens is the NCAA probably gets involved. We know how that goes. People want to give power to the players. But, like, that's what I say. It's weird, man. It's weird. College football is in an interesting spot. For sure. Some of it I like, some of it not so much. Just depends. But I do agree, Randy, that if it continues down this path, like what is this going to become? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't want to hear portal restrictions until restrictions are placed on coaching movements. Now, hear me out. I do agree to an extent. However, isn't it a little bit different with a player versus a coach, since a coach, now again, I say this kind of lightly, is a professional in their career / job, versus, I guess, a player. But see, the thing is college football is becoming more like pro. So I'm not trying to restrict the players at all. Like I said, I'm all for the players being able to do, whatever they want. I'm for them getting paid. But I feel like it's a little bit of a different situation. Because then if we say that, then aren't we saying that we think there should be like pay for play type contracts for players then? Or some sort of different, like, that's why it's an interesting topic. I don't know, man. That's why I say I don't know how you attack it. Because I don't want to be like, okay, I don't want to go to, well, if you go in the portal, you have to sit a year. Because again, that's just, I think that's silly. And I realize coaches can come and go. Like I said, I'm not trying to put some crazy restrictions on the players. I think they should get paid. I don't know. Something has to change a little bit somewhere, though, in some sort of way. I don't know how. NIL deals don't have that. Are you talking about for the coaches, Cypher? With the buyouts and the penalty lined out contracts? Yeah. Like I said, I don't know, man. I enjoy talking about it. Like nobody's wrong with their opinion on it. I just don't know what you do. And I think it seems like that's where they're at. They're just kind of like, we don't know what to do. We need to just become NFL light with contracts and buyouts, maybe. That'd be interesting.
This is what it takes.
Here we go.
On the side of your helmet.
What's he got?
Next year Clemson and Miami makes the CFP. Miami beats Clemson in the ACC championship game and Clemson gets revenge by beating Miami in the national game. Enjoy the game, everyone. See you next year.
With the 11 to take over the top spot. I love the first half of that message. I'll say that much. Really love the first half of that message. Appreciate you, Vibe. We're just chilling, man. We're having a good time. I'll sit you atop your throne, bro. Hey, I'll take Miami in the CFP. I'll take Miami in the ACC championship game. Yes, sir. It's got real. Vibe showed up. Thank you, my man. What's up, bro? You think Notre Dame only scores one more time? Ohio State shut them down on that last drive, bro. Huge stiff arm. Number one is a grown man. Woo! Bro, and he stretched that thing out. And That's impressive. That's impressive. No, bro, I think he hovered it. I think he hovered it, man. I don't think it touched. I mean, it was close. But that's true. Now, I got y'all winning, though, bro. You'll be pretty happy about it. I got y'all winning. So, like, between us, how do they get the stickers on the helmet? How do they earn it? Is it when they do something particular, like a special thing that pertains to their position group?
This is what it take to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
I don't know what they mean.
I'm already having to stomach this nightmare game. I'll be dang if I have to see Clemson on the throne.
I don't know why I have it right here, Randy. I had it right here. I don't know what I'm doing. Making it look like it's not real or something. What am I doing out here? Randy with the big 20, dethroning the Clemson fan. He says, I can't take it. I'm already sick. Appreciate you, Randy. They got to get that talking in now, Randy. We have months and months before the 2025 season is here. So if you're going to talk that talk, might as well go ahead and do it now while no football games are being played. You know? You don't have to answer for your statements for another 7 to 8 months. Or more, potentially. So if you're going to run your mouth, go ahead and do it now, and then in the hopes that most people will forget about it by then. The internet, though, is forever. So, you know, we'll screenshot these. This chat will be forever. We'll see. But if you're going to talk, I'd do a little bit of it now, yeah. Thank you, Randy. I know Beck is getting money, but I still want to see him compete with Emery for the starter. They can both push each other to play harder and better. It'll be interesting because, you know, Beck will probably not be ready for spring. So you're going to see Emery, Judd, and Nickel. And I mean, I understand where you're coming from. That's why my take originally was a multi-year QB with an actual open competition for the starting role. And I know you're in a ton of the streams and stuff, so you probably remember that being my take. But I know that you are also aware, which is why you're making that statement, that ain't going to happen. They ponied up, paid the big boy money. Beck is your starter. There for different things. General good jobs for your position. Pride stickers are kind of old-fashioned, I think. Oh, okay. There for good plays. I just didn't know if, I guess, it just varies, right? Like, what is determined to be a good play or a good job for you? Like, for a kicker, is it because he hit a 40-plus yard field goal? Does it vary game to game? Is it just whenever coaches feel like for each game and it's situational? I'm overthinking it. Don't put any more thought into it. I'm overthinking it. We're all 0-0 right now. You're darn right. We ain't lost a football. The Miami Hurricanes have not lost a football game yet in 2025. Yeah, Miami doesn't do anything like that. We don't have any helmet stickers. Look, LeBron's got the Ohio State hat on, and he's got the little stickers on the hat. I wonder, do they sell the hat like that? Looks like they might. Huh. Who? The stickers are for all the ref slurps they get. Uh-oh. All right, now. Man, Leonard just taking a beating. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Rocky Top. There was a very low level of trust there. I honestly still can't believe that it worked in the Clemson game when Emory played. When you look at his stats, and I mean that, I know it went to multiple overtimes, but it worked. Got the dub. They wanted him to be down, but he got it off. I know, man. That'd be tough. Did you know that Miami has never had a 10-game losing season ever? I do. I do. Third down. Leonard keeping it again. Oh! Is Notre Dame crumbling before our eyes here? Is it all falling apart?
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Did you hear that Tally is gonna see some snow?
Yeah. Nick said that it might snow. That's crazy. Thank you, Glenn, for the 2. That'd be wild. Weird stuff. Must be the government. Okay. Good special teams from Notre Dame. Appreciate you, Glenn. Yeah, man, if it snows, let me know. This thing about to get out of hand. Ohio State, man. They gonna win.
This is what it take.
They gonna win.
To wear the U.
We never back down. Not even after that first
I
drive
may
from
be
Notre
questioning
Dame.
ND now.
Yeah,
Joking.
see? We never back down. Right there. Follow the finger. We never backed down from the prediction. Now, to be fair, it's a one-possession game. I'm just saying. But less than 5 minutes, you have 2 timeouts. And yeah, you get the ball. I'm repeating the announcers here, but you get the point. Walking away with any points here, even 3 would be huge. That's insane, man. It's not supposed to snow here in Tennessee again, but it's supposed to be butt cold. Colder than a witch's titty. I'm not sure, CJ. That's a good question, though. That's something that we'll talk about in the offseason. See what their roster looks like in 2025. We're rolling Notre Dame. I ain't scared of them. Is that Hard Rock? I bet. Now, is Ohio State really going to have a 3 and out here? I appreciate you, Zach. A whole lot of football. Look for Jeremiah Smith. Or use him as a decoy. Wow. What a throw. Look at him looking to the sideline and winking. What's going on with Al Golden's defense?
This is what it take to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
You nailed it, Zach.
Supposed to feel like 10 degrees in ATL in the morning. Sucks. Love, colder, weather more than hot, but not this cold.
You nailed it. That's exactly where I'm at, Zach. I said a few months ago, I said, please, winter, get here ASAP. I hate these mosquitoes. I hate all these stinking bugs. I wanted to freeze and kill them all. Well, I wanted it to be like 30, not 3. You know, not single digits. I feel you, man. Thank you, Zach. It's too cold. Things start breaking at those temps, including my body. Oh, big time contact. Where's Joel? He's probably working. He's probably disgusted by this national championship too. He'd rather see Joel Davis. I'm going to speak for him. He would rather see Miami in the national championship than Ohio State or Notre Dame. I'll speak for him. What's up, Alex? About to give up on the Stream East type streams, too glitchy. Yeah, it's because the biggest thing right now, I'll be honest, Alex, they are probably getting hammered with traffic. Hammered. I know for big events like UFC events or Super Bowl or, national championship, usually they struggle to handle the traffic. It's quite annoying. Like if it's just a Saturday and it's Miami versus, somebody and there's 20 other games on, it's usually pretty good. But yeah, man. There's 2 other links down there if you want to try them. Good to see you, Alex. You doubt that, Coop? No, I'm pretty sure I could speak for him. Yeah.
This is
I'll
what it
check
take
in with him at halftime and see.
to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
When my goods are going up for hibernation, it's too cold. 50 to 60 degrees is perfect weather.
Yeah.
This is what it take to wear the
Well
U
said.
on the side of your helmet.
People get sick at sub-zero temperatures. I have a chill tolerance of 25 degrees. After that I get sick.
I get it. Bro, I got sick once the cold got here. I think it doesn't help. That snotty nose, breathing in all that cold air. Blech. I like to experience all the seasons. I live in Tennessee, but I don't want it to be less than 30. Too freaking cold. I've never heard someone say when my goods are going up for hibernation, though. I've never heard that one. That's a good one. Thought we were going to get through an episode with that dude's name being mentioned. Hey, man, you guys are my friends and family. I'm going to bring up Joel's name. He's a good friend of mine. He's been on the channel multiple times. Obviously, he is a big supporter of the channel as well. And he's a good dude, man. And, I mean, Miami is his second team. So, we have, that's my first team. That's his second. So, we have a little bit in common. I got a lot of love for Miami. He's got a little bit of love, 3 degrees outside your window. Well, don't go on the other side of it. Stay on that side, Cypher. I feel you, man. Under 45? Yeah. Ooh. I have a very strong opinion on that, Zach Jones, and I'm not going to speak on it during this stream because I don't want to freak anybody out. It involves me believing that it would be much more beneficial if they were inside instead of outside, due to multiple reasons that I think are very obvious, but not a lot of people agree with my opinion. Anyways, let's move on. What's up, Legend? Killing them with that passing game, bro. I'll check it, Nick. Lower than your age. Notre Dame can't handle it. I wonder how many guys they have on Jeremiah Smith. Who do I dislike more between these two teams? Bro, I don't know. I don't know.
This is what it take to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Howard is balling 15/15 sheesh.
He's having a good game. He's having a pretty good game. If you're going to be on for a game, this is the one. Thank you, Zach. What about you, Legend? I don't know if I can answer that question. I'm serious. Like, we, as Miami fans, we have history with both of these teams. I feel like a lot of people are going to say they dislike Ohio State more. But I don't know. People might say Notre Dame. Okay. Minute 25. They still have the 2 timeouts. Wow. So most of you dislike Notre Dame more? I'm wrong. I thought it'd be Ohio State. Get greedy and push for 7. This is a national championship. There's Smith. Of course, he picks up the first. Yeah. Man, I wish I would have been there. I wish I would have been at Hard Rock for that Notre Dame beatdown, man. That was when I did the table flip for the first time. Back on when that was the first year of the channel. And I remember I was talking about Notre Dame and I flipped the table. Fair. If you're going to blitz, you got to get there. What are you doing, Golden? Hey, get greedy. Wow. Honestly, I thought that he was going to hang on to that. You have to kind of like the sportsmanship there with both of them acknowledging each other on that play after the play. You like to see that. Yeah, that could have went either way. Deep-rooted hatred for both teams. Howard's going to take off. 5 yards, 10 yards, and he moves the chains. They want 7. I feel you, bro. Again, I would maybe lean Ohio State, but I can't commit. I don't know. Oh, you don't miss the orange tie? Come on, Legend. I mean, there's no guarantees that the Buckeyes get points to start the second half. But man, a touchdown here that'd be so big. You can't go that route again, right? They were going to just throw up a 50-50 ball to Smith. And he's probably coming down with it, let's be real. Man, his hairline is flawless. I gotta say, You're going to lean Ohio State, though, Randy? That's fair.
This is what it takes to wear
It's
the U
painted on?
on the side of your helmet.
You get it touched
If
up?
they score here and after half, it's ball game. ND doesn't have the pass game or WRs to come back from that.
I would agree. Correct. I agree if it is touchdowns. Yeah, man. I mean, you have an opportunity here, man, to make this game 28-7. Just like that. And I mean, yeah, I think it'd be very difficult. Ohio State has some solid running backs too. They could slow it down if they needed to. But I mean, they don't have to. They're successfully passing the ball. It's been pretty easy overall. Touchdown here, man. They need a touchdown here. Thank you for the 5, Zach. Oh, it is painted on? Well, I need to know where to go to get mine painted. Where do I get my hair painted? Remind me again what Notre Dame has done outside of that first opening drive that took almost the entire first quarter. What did they do? They put one scripted drive together, and then after that, it just fell apart? "21 at halftime." This looks familiar. Ohio State's... They're just a far better football team, man. They have too many weapons. Go back to the garnet hair like the good old days. Are you happy with the new DC? To be determined. I don't dislike the hire, though. I'll say that. I got to see a little something, if you know what I mean. I know that's kind of a boring answer, but it's just the truth. Riley Leonard knows it too, man. What do you got in 27 seconds? 2 timeouts. Tell the truth, you know nothing about your new DC? As far as what he could do at Miami, I don't know. I know his background, but I know that he only coached 1 year at a higher level, like Minnesota. I know that he took their defense and took them from 69th in the country to 5th in the country overall. But I've sang this tune before. You know what I mean? I'm not being negative, positive or negative, no nothing. I'm just saying I like that he's vocal. I like that he's high energy. I like the style of defense. We'll just have to see if it translates here at Miami. And he's going to have an opportunity, man, because we open with Notre Dame. He's going to get his shot. We play Florida. You know, we'll see. That's just the reality of how I actually feel. I know I wanted a good game too, but man, this is so obvious, I know. But depending on what happens on this first drive here for Ohio State, because they receive in the third quarter, if Notre Dame can get a stop, there's a little bit of life there. But man, if Ohio State makes this 28-7, I just don't see how you can think that there's a shot here. But I gotta say, man, like exactly what Jet Setter G says. The crazy eyes have you optimistic. I mean, I don't even need to comment or say anything. I'm just gonna put this on the screen. He's got to prove it to me. But I know opposing teams fans are scared of this guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Come on now, Florida State fans, Georgia Tech fans, Clemson fans. I know y'all are in here. Don't tell me you didn't piss your pants a little bit when you saw this guy in the press conference, because I know you seen it. What's up, Patty? Perfect time to jump in here. You're a Notre Dame hater? All right, man. All right. I know. He really looks like Kratos. He does. If you were to go into Photoshop and put like the paint on his face and everything, and put like an axe or something in his hands, dude he could cosplay as Kratos. Yeah. No such thing as a Georgia Tech fan, so they cannot be in here. Oh yeah. They're here. They're here. Good to see you, my man. Chains of Olympus. Man, the God of War games are so good. I was always mad for the longest time because I was an Xbox guy. I was an Xbox and GameCube guy. And I was always jealous of all my friends watching them play those God of War games on PS2.
This is what it takes to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Commentator just said it. Andy isn't built to come back in games like this. It's like a boxer that has insane fundamentals and they control the fight. As soon as the opponent disrupts that, they aren't built to come back.
Yep. I agree. Zach Jones. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, I mean, I think there's maybe still a little bit of life if they can get a stop here. But if Ohio State, especially touchdown, but even 3, man, I think it's very difficult. And I wondered, like, what is their game plan, or was their game plan to come in here and slow this thing down for the entire game and just ground and pound, win the time of possession, run Riley Leonard a lot, and survive? I don't know. Zach, I appreciate the big 1999, you mad man.
You on the side of your helmet.
What's up, Judge Juno?
You either control the fight or not. Not built to trade blows, they built to deliver all the blows.
Yeah. There's just no way. I don't think, man, Ohio State's not gonna back down from this passing attack. And we'll look at the stats here. Will Howard was insanely accurate. He's on his A game. He's having a really good game, and if you're going to have a good game, well, the national championship is the one to do it. Let's take a look. I'm actually kind of curious. Appreciate you, Zach. Thank you, man. Thank you. Let's pull it up here. Let's see what we got here. One more half of college football, y'all. And then it's over until August. Well, I mean, we have spring and stuff, but I'm talking like actual games. Man, third down efficiency, Ohio State 6 of 6. You are 100 100% on third downs in the first half. You have to be proud of that. That has to feel really good. 231 total yards, so more than double Notre Dame. 144 passing, 87 rushing, only one penalty. That's not bad. And you still ended up, look, 13-23 time of possession for Notre Dame. What, 9.5 of that came from their first drive in the first quarter, and then this is all they had for the rest of the game. Like 3 minutes,
Whoever said
3-4
GT
minutes.
fans don't exist, look up GT versus Miami, watch the end of the game. Those people that storm the field are GA Tech fans.
Zach Jones with the 5. Oh, my stomach already hurts, Zach. My stomach's already hurting from watching this national championship game. Thank you, bro. What's crazy here, look at Will Howard's stats, bro. Look at those stats in the 90. 14 of 15 for 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. And there's also the fact that 6 carries for 26 yards. That's over 4 yards per carry for Will Howard when they need him to do that.
On the side of your helmet.
Storm the field after GT whooped Canes $1 that is.
I'm borderline, Zach. You know when your mouth starts watering profusely because you know that you're about to vomit? It's filling up. Thank you for the 2, though. Thank you. Deep breaths, deep breaths. We can get through this. Riley Leonard, 5 of 9 for 46 yards. He is their leading rusher, which would have been cool enough. They could have, continued to do that, but obviously they're not going to be able to maintain that for 4 quarters. You need a little bit of help here. Price with 2 carries for 11, pitiful. Love, 3 carries for 1, even worse. Wow. Bad. Is that all they have? Is Riley Leonard running the football in the first half all Notre Dame has? Look at this. Across the board with receiving. 1 reception each. Nobody's even at 20-plus yards. I didn't realize it was actually that bad. Jeremiah Smith, 4 for 32. Notre Dame's not going to win this football game. It's game over, bro. It's game over. Game over. Hey, I feel you, Roots of Jesse. I feel you. We had talked about how that would be cool, but we locked in Ohio State because they're just the better football team. Heck of a pep talk. They need more than that. I don't know what they need. They need to be playing a different football team. Let's get a halftime check in on Maxwell, who's gotten himself nice and comfortable on the couch. Such a vicious looking bully, right? We think anyways. Bully, Staffy mix. So vicious. He took the blanket and pushed it up on the arm and turned it into a pillow. Come on now.
ND needs a 3 and out and 7 for them to have any chance.
Yep. Has to. Any other outcome is disastrous. It's over. That's what everybody's really here for, I know. Y'all don't want to see this. You're here for this. I know it. Heck yeah, man. As soon as I saw them Dino PJs, instantly added it to my cart. I know they keep throwing Taco Bell in my face, and I would love some Taco Bell right now. But it's too cold. It's too cold to get out and about. Maybe, or maybe after this game. I don't know. I don't know, Randy. It might be worth it. So gosh darn cute he is. Tropical though, I gotta watch. He almost acts a little depressed over it being winter. Because he loves being outside so much, and we have to limit his time outside because his fur is so short, and he gets really cold. And he's not enjoying it. DoorDash, I wish. I wish. Does the CRV have remote start? It does. And here's the best part. It kicks on the butt warmers. Yeah. The seat heaters kick on if you remote start it. Very nice. I think they said when you do the remote start, it sets the temp to 70 or 72 in the cabin, and then it kicks the seat warmers on. I love it, man. No heated steering wheel, though. I got one model below the top model. So I got the Sport Hybrid, and they had a Sport Touring Hybrid, I think, that came with the difference was heated steering wheel, wireless, Android Auto, and a powered lift on the hatch on the back. That was the only difference, and it was $5K more. Nope. Not worth it. Because I bought that thing when interest rates were high and car prices were quite elevated. You know what I'm talking about, when there was the big shortage. So I overpaid for it just a little bit, and I had a stellar credit. My credit score, I think, was an 815 at the time when I purchased the car. And they told me at the Honda dealership, he was like, man, if interest rates weren't just so bad, you would have such a low interest rate. But everything was messed up. $5K more. Yes. And I'm dead serious. That was the difference. It might have had leather seats also, but I don't like leather seats. Leather seats burn your booty in the summertime. Heck no. No, give me the cloth. Who's singing for the halftime show? I don't even know. I don't even know who that was. Yep. Yeah, DoorDash won't come out here. You go to the app, Uber Eats, DoorDash, all that, and I put in this address and it says where? Your car's heat doesn't work. I'd be getting that. Well, depends on where you live, right? You may not need the heat. Did a channel all about Max. He would eat it up. He's a little ham. '50s. I know that's cold for y'all. I know, I get it. Look at this, Alex. So I'm not trying to compare, because that's just not how it works, right? If you're used to it being, 70 plus and never falling below that, then 50 is cold. This is where I'm at right now. 16 degrees feels like 9 degrees. We have a severe cold weather advisory that runs until Wednesday. Yeah. Now, like I said, I get it though. It just depends on what you're used to. You're an iguana. What's up, Duck? Yeah, it's a cheese moon tonight. You worked in negative 38. Man, that you would have to have like protective clothing on to work in that level of cold, wouldn't you? I feel like exposed skin, if it was windy, would get burned. 7 in Sevier County. Oof. One more half of college football, man, and it's all over. All over. I don't know who was singing at halftime. No idea. Yeah, that'll get down to the bones. Yeah, those 50, the iguanas will be falling out of the trees, won't they? That's about when they hit their limit, right? Baseball starts. I need to try to get more into baseball just to have something to watch for fun. Because I'll be honest, once the Super Bowl is over, basically sports are over for me until August. Sometimes I'll watch the NBA playoffs, but I don't get super into it because I kind of like the Hornets, and well, they're never in it. So there's that. In baseball, I'm just kind of whatever. Yeah, I'm just not big. I'm not a big baseball fan, period. That's the problem. Are you serious, Randy? Yeah, Miami hoops, the men's. Man, that's rough. Rough. Didn't a team put up over 100 on Miami's men's team the other day? And like I know Coach L stepped down and stuff, but was it SMU? Which was the game? Didn't they put can I show you the halftime show? It's over. It's already over. It wasn't that memorable, I'll go ahead and tell you. You didn't miss much. Yeah, didn't SMU put up like 100 points on Miami's basketball team? Man, that's 4-14. I'm not here to take a dump on the basketball team because again, I don't like religiously follow college or pro basketball. I met Coach Larinaga in person 2 years ago. Great guy, super nice. No ill will. I have no bad things to say about him. Again, I'm aware that he stepped down. It's just wow, like 4-14, 117 to 74. That whole thing has to be torn down, obviously, and rebuilt from the ground up. Yikes. Are the women doing better? Are the women at least doing okay? I know you had the Cavender twins return. I don't know. I don't know if they're any good. The men's team needs to just forfeit and call it a day. and go ahead and get started on rebuilding. Yeah, Melissa would know. Yeah, that's when you got to stay inside, Randy, if it's that cold. Volleyball team is doing good. Hey, Katie. This halftime has been forever. Georgia Tech women's basketball is undefeated, 15-0. Around here where I live in Tennessee, man, I know that football is very important, and I talk about how they pack Neyland Stadium, every Saturday, regardless of opponent. But basketball is very popular too, and even more so the women's side than men's, because here in Tennessee, Pat Summitt, when she coached the women's basketball team, was loved by all. And there were a lot of people watching women's basketball that had never watched it before and became lifelong fans during that time. So women's basketball here, the Lady Vols in Tennessee, is very popular. All right, it's about that time. About that time. One more half. People are going to be pissed if this game ends up being like 42-10 for the Natty. Ohio State fans won't be mad. I think that Carson Beck, as long as there is no issue with his rehab and him healing up, I think that he'll do great. And we did a whole stream talking about that. We did a whole stream talking about Beck, and here's some reasons why I think he will be successful, trying to look at it not as a Miami homer, but just being real and honest. And I think that he'll be set up for success. I do. I do think he will. I don't know how far Miami will go. Who knows? We had an easy schedule this year, but turns out we had a piss poor defense and couldn't even play in the conference championship. I don't know how far they'll go, but I think Beck will do pretty good. I'm serious. Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's surrounded by, Jesse said it too. Great medical team. He'll be fine. Yeah, they've tried to pretend like that wasn't the case. We said, will the fumbling problem be corrected? What about his decision-making skills in a lot of areas? What about, bro, it was fine. It was fine. Cam did a couple little things, but you take some of that bad with what he can do. It's fine. But we'll see. This is it. Yeah, this drive, man. This drive right here, Zach.
Here it is. This decides the game.
All right. TikTok is back. Beck may be distracted. I saw a TikTok of him with a guy where the guy wanted to borrow his Lamborghini because he was going on a date or something. I don't know. I'm not really on TikTok, but it came across my Twitter feed. Run right up the middle. Wait! That's a lot of room! It's over, bro. It's over.
This is what it takes to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Ball game unless they get a turnover.
I mean, anything can happen. Yeah, I'm saying over. They might fumble right here at the 5-yard line. But poor Al Golden. Everyone feels sorry for Golden, right? Thank you, Zach. I feel like Cypher and Brew, the two Ohio State fans in this stream, are trying so hard to contain their excitement because they know anything can happen. And you guys know what it's like when your team is in the lead and outsiders say you should feel confident, but you don't because it's your team. And if something's going to go wrong, it's going to be with your team. But I don't know. Notre Dame is getting whooped, man. When you look at the stats, I mean, it's not even close. What's going on, man? I gave you that cold. I know. One of y'all gave it to me. Good to see you, Disney TV. But yeah, Notre Dame can't hang here. There's no shot. Congratulations, Notre Dame. You did make it to the Natty. You got your booty beat. There we go. I was waiting for the camera pan to Golden. This game has aged him another five plus years. Ohio State makes Notre Dame look slow. I hope you feel better soon, though, Disney TV. I hope it's not that nasty mystery virus, because it sucks. You live within 100 miles of the island of Pigeon Forge? Yeah. Yeah, I'm about 40 minutes from Pigeon Forge. All right, can we call it? Notre Dame fans are crushed. Well, that just means Miami gets to beat the national champion runner-up. So I am 42 miles. I'm 42 miles, Rocky Top Cane, from Pigeon Forge. The transfer from Ole Miss. Dang, yeah, he looks defeated, bro. $25 game card. Oh, over at the island? It's a cool little place, man. They have there's a magic shop over there. I don't mean like card, not Magic the Gathering, like magic, like do magic tricks. Of course, you can do like the moonshine tasting. They have the arcade stuff. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Tag it up. I agree. I agree, man. I didn't want to wheel the chair over, but we might have to. I thought we were going to be standing and we were going to be all going crazy. Now, like I said, Ohio State fans are going to be. It's like main event. Get Rudy on the phone. You watch me on your phone while watching the Canes games? I appreciate that, Mike. I really enjoy hanging out with y'all while we watch football. Mostly Miami games, of course. But these are still fun because we can just hang out, chat about whatever, you know. Rudy was offsides. A lot of like-minded people here, which is awesome. And I know that I've not uploaded a ton lately. But again, the big thing everyone wants to talk about is the Lucas situation. And that's the one thing that I just really don't want to deep dive on. So I guess it's about time to start the hypotheticals. Some spring hypothetical prediction type stuff. We could talk about the importance of this season for Mario Cristobal with, you know, hitting that double-digit win mark in 2024, what that means for 2025, bringing in the number one transfer portal ranked QB again, a second time, but a new defensive coordinator, so possibly resetting some expectations on that side of the ball, but probably higher because a lot of people feel like it couldn't be worse than Guidry. We'll fire all that up. I know it seems like I keep saying it and then I don't do it, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, man, I saw a picture of you at courtside at a basketball game, Nick. Like I said, I'm not trying to get all mushy here, but there are people that have formed like lifelong friendships here within this community. And that's so freaking cool. It's not just about me. Like, I'm just a face in front of the camera. This is a whole community, like a family, you know? I did make up my mind, though. The diss track for this season is going to be Notre Dame. And I hope Al Golden remains to DC because there are some big-time opportunities. We'll be dissing Notre Dame. And I can't wait. Yeah, this is just a terrible spot for Notre Dame to be in. I'd actually like to diss more than one team this season. I hope Miami's good enough that I can feel confident to do that. Because we're 2-0 so far. We beat Miami of Ohio, which is the one I did in 2023. And we beat Florida, which is the one I did in 2024. So I need to keep the momentum going. I'm 2-0 with the diss tracks over the last 2 years. Let's not forget the L's, you know. I gotta change, you know, make the narrative set up in a way that makes it sound like I'm undefeated. 3rd and 8. They just look slow, bro. They're just too slow. Yeah. Leonard and the offense wanted to go for it. I mean, they know what's at stake, but there's no way a head coach is going to let them go for it from there. No shot. Unless he fakes it. I don't know if he's got the balls to fake it. He faked it! Oh! Dropped! My man rolled the dice. And he's about to pay greatly for it. Low throw, but catchable. Catchable? I mean, do you blame the guy? Like, you need a spark. You need something to happen. You're down 28-7. You didn't put a lot on the +9, did you, Zach?
This is what it takes
They need an earthquake.
to wear the U.
There needs to be a
on the side of
natural
your helmet.
disaster.
That's terrible coaching. I like Freeman, but you have to let your offense attempt that. Terrible decision.
I think you probably have a higher chance of converting it with the offense on the field as opposed to a special teams play, a fake punt. I agree. It's easy for us to say that now, I know. But we literally, even sitting at home, we were like, does he have the balls to fake it? Because you know you're down 28-7. I appreciate the 5, Zach. Oh, I mean, they're in pure desperation mode, Randy. They know. I mean, it's with the way Notre Dame is playing, they know they probably can't win this game. They need something crazy to go their way. Like that fake punt turned into a touchdown, or they get a scoop and score or a pick six. Like, they need something wild to happen.
This is what it takes to wear the U.
Doc Holland,
on the side of
appreciate
your
you, bro.
helmet.
If Notre Dame gets absolutely shut out and humiliated, do you think it will change how they think about the playoff selection?
Personally, no. I do not. Thank you for the 10, though, my man. Do you? I don't think so. I know that was kind of a quick, boring answer, but that's just how I feel. There's some holding going on. Coop paid the refs. That's right. Coop curse broken again. Good news. Everyone
This is what it
celebrated.
take
Thank
to
you
wear
very
the U
much for that, Doc.
on the side of
I'd be
your
curious to
helmet.
know what you think.
100%. Everyone knows Freeman loves street. Everyone was expecting a trick play.
Mm-hmm.
They're lucky that was even close to a first. Should
Yep.
went QB blast with Leonard.
I agree. I agree 100%. Nailed it. We're on the same page. Thank you for the 5, Zach. Yeah, there's been some holding. There has. Not when Notre Dame won 3 games to get into the Natty. Right? Like, you are in the Natty. And Notre Dame beat some teams that I didn't think they were going to beat to get here in the first place. So it's just Ohio State, man. When Ohio State is on, I know some people maybe want to talk about, the losses. But Ohio State is a pretty complete football team. And look, I don't get enjoyment out of saying that. It's just reality. You saw them just the savage beatdown in that Oregon game, man. Ooh, that got nasty. Definitely hit me with your thoughts, though, Doc. Wow, still being aggressive. Oh, couldn't track it down. Ohio State, man, you got to respect the fact that like they still got their foot on the gas. 28-7, and on a third and long, they're taking shots at the end zone. Conservative? Nah. Squeezed it in. I don't know what kind of noise I just made, but yeah, I just don't think it can happen. Yeah. Yep. This game be over, y'all. Where's the Natty at next year? Is it at Hard Rock? Imagine Miami playing in a national championship at Hard Rock. Dang. Don't worry about where it's at. Won't be Miami in it, but a Birmingham Bowl game. I don't have a leg to stand on right now with the response, okay? Look, I don't. It's fine. Remember this conversation? All right. All right. The internet is forever. I got a folder, man. I got a folder on my computer, and it's labeled receipts. Sure do. I'm over the Pop-Tarts, Nick. I'm over them. I ate a couple of them, you know, as the bowl game was approaching to try to support, and I'm over it. Yep. Yeah, don't give me another Sun Bowl in El Paso. Blech. No, I'm Nick. I'm telling you, yo, if y'all like strawberry stuff, I'm not playing. This is new. Crispy, creamy wafer bar. Not an ad. I got a box of these a few days ago, and I've ate all of them. This was the last one. Got some kind of topping on it. Oh, it's so good. No, I just got it at Walmart. It's top tier. It's good. Who you got in the 90 next year? Heck if I know. Just think about it, man. We still have the spring portal window, which could kind of reshape how some of these teams look. I don't know. There could be some, you know, additional hirings and firings that happen once the Natty is finished up here tonight. I got to see at least a little bit more what these teams look like. I don't know. I know we're just doing it for fun, but I don't know. What's wrong, Max? Peanut butter? I've not seen the peanut butter ones. Fine. When do the sim games start? We start the first weekend of June. So we have a little bit. Like, The focus right now, some people hate it, some people love it. It just is what it is. There's no football right now, so it'll be hypotheticals, then spring talk, then the Sims fire up.
Can't wait for you to come to Doak for the Get Your Rear End Handed to You Bowl.
Is that a new one? Because I've not heard of that one, Joel. Who sponsors that one? Joel Davis. Oh, I can't wait. I've already talked about it. Beck versus Castellanos. Let's be real. Who are you putting your money on? Carson Beck, Thomas Castellanos. We can small talk Miami versus Florida State here for a moment while Notre Dame is getting their butts handed to them down 31-7. Beck won't be healthy by then. I'm doing this respectfully, Joe. Respectfully. I guess then Florida State's going to get beat by an unhealthy Carson Beck. That's even more embarrassing for the Noles. And I'll be there to witness it in person. How are you, Joel? Some people were asking earlier where you were at. And then some other people got mad. They said, not that Florida State guy. Ain't no way. How tall is Castellanos? What is he, 5'8"? And I already... This is who that Florida State coaching staff is having to game plan against. This guy's defense, right? I've said that he's got to prove it to me, but I'm telling you, Castellanos is going to be out on the other sideline making eye contact, and he's going to be pissing his pants, Joel, when he makes direct eye contact with Kratos.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Can't wait for the 2025 season. Coop's the best.
I'm already ready. I'm ready. Come here, boy. Notre Dame's trying to make something happen here. They're moving the football. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Mike Brandley, thank you so much for the 10. It's going to be a good time. We're going to drop a diss track on Notre Dame. We might diss the Florida Gators again for a second year in a row. We're doing the Doak Takeover, where me and a bunch of you guys are all going to go to Doak Campbell Stadium, take that place over, leave with a dub. We might drop a diss track on Florida State. I might go film the music video on their football field. I don't know. Thank you, Mike. Cap, okay. Every year, everybody says Cap when I tell them about the diss track. They say it every year. Every single year. That's Cap, Coop. All right. All right. They can't stop me from, yeah, maybe the field's a stretch. I don't think they can stop me from standing in front of that statue out front. Okay, breaks one tackle, spins out of another. Wow. Great effort. Now, if only they could have. 31-14, okay. Going for two. Wow. Kind of that's a pretty gutsy play there. $31-15. They convert on the 2-pointer there. True. You go to the sod cemetery. I don't know. Is that stadium going to be done in time for 2025? Did y'all see that Florida State announced that there will be no spring showcase? Not only at it not being at Doak Campbell Stadium, they're just going to cancel it altogether, as far as I'm aware. There will be no, like, they're going to do spring football, obviously, but there will be no showcase for the fans. And they say showcase because Mike Norvell doesn't do like your typical, there's not really a typical spring game. Every team does their own unique thing, but it's a spring showcase. They're not going to do that this season with Florida State. They have canceled it. And I don't know if this is foreshadowing going into the 2025 season. They'll put me in a single wide and roll it back and forth over me. We definitely had to fire up the trash talk that week. And we might have to hire security. There'll be a lot of us, though. There'll be a lot of us. We might even outnumber them, all right? It depends on... The thing is when Miami plays Florida State, it depends on how crushed the Florida State fans are at that point in the season. Because it's earlier this year. So, worst case... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be 0-5. And at that point, they might not have all of their hopes and dreams crushed yet. So there will still probably be a strong showing of Florida State fans. And if Doak is finished, it's been renovated, it's bigger, better than ever before, they'll want to go to these games. The shield generator will be quite operational when your friends arrive. You smell the comeback? I just don't know. It might be that situation of too little, too late, right? It's not impossible. It is the Natty. I said it was game over, though. But can they stop Ohio State? I know they held them to a field goal. But I don't know that they can stop them. You want the smoke? We're gonna bring it. You'll be in the crosshair. Who responded to Joel and said, I'll get the Pop-Tarts? I'm going to put you in timeout. Ohio State hasn't punted yet. Like, looking at the stats, this is quite the impressive game for Ohio State. Notre Dame has momentum. I think Ohio State's about to kill it. We'll see. Man, I really can't wait. This is such a cool season coming up. Like, think about this, Miami fans. We get Carson Beck, who, whether you like him or not, there's a lot of excitement and curiosity around that whole situation. Top-ranked transfer portal quarterback as soon as he enters, even above Mateer and guys that have already committed to other teams. The big concern was the defense. Mario fires Guidry, brings in a new defensive coordinator, but it's a guy that's only really had one season at a higher level. But he turned Minnesota's defense around. So what can he do with more talent? I'm not hyping it up. I'm not sitting here trying to play hype man. What I'm saying, though, is it's still an exciting feeling going into the season. Like, what is going to happen? There are a ton of home games on the schedule. There are tougher games on the schedule on paper at the moment. Notre Dame, Florida State should be better. We have some tougher ACC games, some better ones. There's a lot of excitement going into this season. And like I said, I'm not predicting one way or another. I'm not meaning it in that way. Does that make sense? I mean, just I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens and how this season plays out. Because sometimes you go into seasons and it's like all doom and gloom, and you're like, here we go again. I'm not even excited. There's a lot of question marks, and there's a lot of really cool things that could happen. So I'm very curious to see what happens. Beck is a game manager at best. Well, if the defense isn't so piss poor, sometimes that might be all you need. Depends. Beck's arm is like Uncle Lou's eyes. Once it's messed up that bad, it can never be normal again. I thought it was Aunt Lou. Did he graduate to Uncle Lou? Or are we speaking about two different people? Sounds like an analogy. This game is boring. Notre Dame isn't scoring again. Man, if it were me, I know you're making a joke. If this were Miami versus Notre Dame in the national championship, I would want Miami to be up 100-0, and I would still be excited. Forget a close game if it's my team. Blow the doors off. You're right, man. SMU. Yep. So the schedule argument is gone. Probably. Because, again, it's on paper. Probably. And I know the argument then is, well, Miami couldn't even go to the conference championship with that weak-ass 2024 schedule. You're right. But not everything's the same season to season. That's not how it works. You don't see the links? If you expand the description, Jimmy, there should be like a little down arrow or a show more. You scroll all the way down to the bottom. And in all caps, it'll say links to stream the game. Let me know if you have any problems. And I mean, you could try to slow this down a little bit if you're Ohio State. It's not like your run game is that bad. As long as you're moving the chains. That's fair, Katie. I get it. Hold on, let me fix this and I can pin your comment. Yeah, I mean, obviously, got to see it, right? Mm. Mm. I do have to say, on that one, bro, that's not even close. And I mean, like, he earned that penalty. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be letting some frustration out at this point, right? You're trying to stay in this. You can't have a selfish penalty and let the frustration out in that way. You just can't do that. Yeah. I mean, thank you. I didn't want to be as blunt, but that's exactly what I mean. Yeah. Like, he had time to process that. I know it's bang bang. It happens quick on the field. But he had time to process that and decide that he was going to shove him and do that. You went on Uncle Lou's channel years ago when they first got Kirby Smart. And I made about 100 comments and he talked about me for over an hour. I've met Uncle Lou in person. I can't. I probably just won't. I won't say anything. In some ways he's the same person, but in a lot of ways he's not. In some ways, in the way that it's the same case for me. So, like, many of you have met me in person. So some of you can back me up on this. I don't think in person I'm quite as high energy as I am on camera. It's not that this is fake, but I'm actually kind of super chill and a pretty quiet dude. Now when I'm at Hard Rock and we're watching like Miami play, oh yeah, I'm losing my mind. I'm going crazy. But like if we're hanging out and we're like going to grab a bite to eat or we're just hanging out and chilling, I'm a pretty chill dude. And most people believe that when they meet me, I'm going to high five them and do a backflip and start screaming like a wild man. And that's just not me. It's just because they just see me in entertainer mode here on YouTube. Like I said, it's not that this is fake. That's not what I mean. But I put on the 5 and counting hat. I turn on the camera. I want to like entertain y'all and we have fun. And you can apply that to a lot of people who do YouTube, Twitch, content creation. It doesn't mean that they're not being themselves. They just like imagine if the whole stream was just this. Cool, touchdown Miami. Let's go. Yeah. We might win, yeah. Like that's boring, at least to me. It's boring to me. You just thought it was funny? Oh, it is funny. You wonder which program paid the refs more? Yeah, I met Uncle Lou in person, and I had a custom trophy ordered, and it said biggest closet Miami Hurricanes fan, and this was around Christmas time, and I gifted him that trophy. I wrapped it up and gave it to him, and then Pigskin Pete was there, who covers Clemson football, and I gave him a Clemson themed trash can. I thought both were perfect gifts. Plus, I have dirt on Uncle Lou. Like, I trust me. Trust me. Oh, trust me. You would. I honestly couldn't even say it because you wouldn't believe me. Hey, man, he sounds down and out. He knows how selfish that penalty was. He wants to lose it. He wants to freak out. See a pick six or a fumble? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's 2nd 8. Ohio State has to understand what's at stake here, though. You can't let up. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Roots of Jesse called it. He called it. But give me the lottery numbers. Come on. Give me the numbers. I got pen and paper in hand right here, bro. Give me something. This man can see the future. And their head coach was just interviewed and he said, "We need a turnover." And the defense delivered. Wow. Yep. That's a fumble. Good call, man. He got it. Bro, and you had great field position. Now, I mean, I'm not being down and negative towards Notre Dame, but I'm just saying they got a long ways to go, man. This is a 79-yard drive from here. This is the 4th quarter, but their backs are against the wall a little bit, and we'll see. Now it's getting a better game, yeah. For non-Ohio State fans, Cypher and Brew are sweating. Maybe. I don't want to speak for them. Not sweating yet? Okay. All right. 3rd and 9. Wow. Riley Leonard with the balls of steel
This is what it take
to sit there in the pocket
on the side of your
and
helmet.
sling that thing.
Can we stop saying Miami had such an easy schedule to the conference? SMU and Clemson unplated one of the top 6 ACC teams. Miami played 3 of the top 6 ACC teams.
I mean, I get. Wait, is this flag on Ohio State? Nick Polly 48. Thank you very much for the 10, my man. I guess it is one of those things, right? It might be considered like on the easier side, but it depends on what you're comparing it to, right? So you're right. So SMU and Clemson only played one of the top 6 ACC teams. Miami played 3 of the top 6 ACC teams. So a lot of people also forget that they have to look at the final record, and then you also have to look at even losses, right, Nick? I think you would agree. If Miami, let's say, lost to a team, or let's trying to think of how to word it. If one of those teams you say, well, they're trash, if they played other ranked teams, and even though they lost, if it was close, that could still be considered a pretty decent opponent. You got to look at the end of the season, look at the records, look at the wins and losses, by how much. The context part matters. Well, that's fair. That's fair. And a lot of that, of course, is, opposing teams' fans have made that a big point. That's their big thing that they try to throw in Miami's face. You played a weak schedule, couldn't even win your conference, couldn't even play in your conference championship, top-ranked offense, top QB. It's something they try to throw in our face pretty often. It's got to feel like 3rd and forever. Thank you, Nick. Fourth down. Go for it. Yep, go for it. Go for it. That's too far away for a field goal at this point with this score. Come on. Here you go. I don't know a lot about number 1. I'm getting like Xavier Restrepo vibes here. Yep, no, it's a great take. It's a great take, Nick. I agree. He's bigger though, but almost just feels like that could be his go-to guy in a time of need. They need 2 touchdowns. If they can continue to move the ball quickly like this, there's a lot of time left in this game. I thought that they were going to be moving the ball a lot slower on this drive. Not that there wasn't a sense of urgency, but I didn't think they were capable. Is that another flag on Ohio State? He won the Natty with Notre Dame's lacrosse team. I like it when it's like a multi-sport athlete, you know? What's up, Jay Gooden? How you doing tonight, bro? I'm just a innocent bystander, Randy. I'm just watching. Yeah, they were ready for that. Got off work and tuned into the massacre. It was a massacre for a while, and then it got a little closer. Can Notre Dame pull a comeback? I still am not changing my prediction. I wouldn't change it regardless, but no, I think Ohio State still wins. Notre Dame needs so much to go right over these next 10 minutes. I just don't think it happens. No. Just an asteroid hit the stadium. I don't think so, but we'll see. Oh. Oh, buddy. Oh boy. Yep. I don't think they can make it happen. They're gonna take the Hold on. I realize he missed it, but I'm still trying to process all of this. What would be so a field goal if it was successful, which by the way is not, that would have made it a 13-point game. What's your no, like really, because I've done this in the heat of the moment, and then after game's been like, oh, I get it. Is it because of the amount of time left in the game? But it's still a 2-possession game. And with the amount that you're down, I understand it's 4th and goal there from pretty far back. But don't you go for it? Like, does he have that much trust in his defense? Does he believe they're playing well enough here in the 4th that they could have got it done? Sorry guys, stinking bots. Down 13, it avoids the 2-point conversion. I just feel like I would be more desperate than that in that situation, given the score. And I don't know. What's up, Panama City Kane? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the train of thought. I don't know. People can go, but all they want. But the bottom line of 2024 was we had our fate in our hands and let it slip away. No, and I agree with that. No matter what, as far as when it comes to that, Katie, the finger has to be pointed this way. And by this way, I don't mean me, like I'm a fan, but I mean
This is what it
Miami.
takes.
Miami has no one to blame
To
but
you.
Miami.
On the side of your helmet.
Yep, agreed.
Hey Coop, the Coach Coop fan club met yesterday and we agreed that your videos are really you flexing how many nice jackets you own.
It's interesting, Bahama, because when I will go to something, which is very rare, I very rarely leave the house. Which is probably why I get sick so often, because every time I leave the house, I get sick because I'm never exposed to the germs. I have everything I need at home. I work from home. Everything I want to do is at home. I rarely leave the house. When I do, it's hard for me to find something that's not Miami for me to wear. And I'll give you an example. I went to Tallahassee. You probably remember this. Earlier last year and infiltrated the Tallahassee quarterback club. I wanted to meet Terrell Owens, but I was inside Doak Campbell Stadium. I probably should have worn one of my Miami Hurricanes polos, but I wanted to remain undercover. Guess what? Every polo that I owned had a U on it or Sebastian on it. Every single one of them. So I had to go to Target. I had not slept. I'd stayed up all night and drove to Tallahassee. And then I had to go to Target as soon as they opened and go buy a plain polo so I would not be noticed in the Miami gear. Because I didn't own a polo that didn't have Miami on it. And it's the same way with my jackets and the majority of the clothing in my closet. Thank you, Bahama. I just feel like, again, I get you can play that game. And there's always hindsight and all this different stuff. I just feel like when you are in the national championship, it's easy to criticize if he went for it and they didn't get it, right? Like if they went for the touchdown. But you are in the national championship, down 31-15, inside the 10. I just feel like it's almost do or die in that moment. Like you had to walk away with a touchdown. And I know it's not that simple. I know it's not. Those, what did they need? 9 yards? 8-9 yards? That's a lot on a 4th and goal. I don't know why it held your message. I didn't take a dump in the Doak Campbell Stadium parking lot. I peed in the parking lot. But it was in a bottle. I didn't pee on the asphalt or whatever it is. I peed in a bottle. But it was in the parking lot, yeah. I didn't trust the cleanliness of the bathrooms inside Doak Campbell Stadium, so I decided to stay outside of it and pee in a water bottle instead. Yeah. But for some reason, YouTube's blocking your message. I don't know why. Third and 3. That clock is ticking. There's 10 minutes on the clock. You'd be lucky to get the ball back twice. You have to make it a one-possession game. I agree. I agree. Because, right, like, so now people are going to say, see, they stopped them. They're going to get the ball back. But they're probably going to have to go, what, 70, 80-plus yards? It's still a two-possession game. We're coming up on almost under 6 minutes left in the game. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. They're going to renovate the bathrooms too. I've never seen them. Even when I was there, I didn't go. I held it. So OSU punter finally getting some action.
This is what it takes to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Most Miami fans piss themselves when they get close to Doak.
I told my wife, I said, we should keep this. We should keep this piss in a bottle as a souvenir. To remember. Let that be what we remember when we visited Doak Campbell Stadium. I literally, as I was peeing in the bottle, I was looking at the statue. I was looking at it. Mostly because I did it from inside the back seat of the car. And there were students walking by the car, and it felt really awkward. And I guess I have this phobia of peeing in front of people or thinking people can see me peeing. I don't know. I've never really had to do it very often. And so what I did is I focused on that statue. And see, though, now that I say it, Joel is going to be able to spin it and make it as something that people can laugh at me instead of it being the other way around. But that is factual. That's what I did. I lasered in. I focused on the statue. And I peed. Yeah. Yep. Go Davis! But I didn't keep the bottle. I didn't keep the bottle. I did not. Joel, I'll throw the ×2 up there. Thank you, you madman. I still have all the footage. I have all the footage. Just nobody's seen it. Because I still haven't uploaded it yet. I have all of it. One day I will release it to the masses. I will. I don't know. I just know that once I lasered in and focused on that statue, I was finally able to go. That's all I know. Yeah, we'd love to have him back. Why didn't you go to your hotel room? College Town was right behind you. It wasn't check-in time yet, so I didn't really know what to do. I panicked. I can't believe I have to admit that he got me with that one. Use it. Did you find your TO pick? No. To be fair, I haven't looked yet. Since you sent me that text, I haven't looked again. I need to look because people are telling me that I didn't meet TO. The only pictures I have are of you meeting TO. One thing I will say, nobody can deny that Riley Leonard is playing hard. This is around when OSU gets a sack. I appreciate you 100 proof. We're just here to have fun, man, and talk football. Do you think Miami will ever be back, really? Seems like the great Miami players will leave to OSU and others, and we're stuck with scraps. It's tough to say because when we say back... Wow, nice extra effort. Wow, that's a huge gain. When we say back, what's the definition of back? Just win another national championship? Is it consistently competing for national championships? Do I think Miami will ever win another national championship again? I'd like to think so, but it's just so tough to say, man. Because now more than ever before, there's a lot more parity in college football. So like, it's starting to seem like that with the portal and NIL that you're not going to have as many consistently dominant teams like we saw for years and years. Like a team getting on top and staying there, because you're seeing teams that have no business beating these football teams, making it a game and getting big time wins. And you saw that a lot in 2024. And if the trend continues, I think you see more and more of that. So it starts to get kind of difficult. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things where, as a Miami fan, I feel like that if something's going to go wrong, it's going to. Not trying to be negative, right? It just always feels like that we can't get it done. No, I get it, man. No, I'm right there with you. It's hard to be super optimistic and think that, oh, yeah, Miami's going to win a natty for sure. Because we've not done it in how long? So, it's tough, man. It's tough. So to answer your question, I'd like to think so, but I don't know, man. I think that obviously Miami benefits from portal and NIL because Miami's willing to spend the money. They brought in Cam Ward last year. They brought in Beck this year. They'll spend the big bucks. But other teams are spending money too. Other teams are reloading. And it's tough out there, man. Only one team gets to win it all. And when you really let that sink in, like set your fandom to the side, no negativity, not being super positive or super negative. One team in the country wins the national championship. Think about how many things have to go right during the season to even get there in the first place. So it's tough, man. It's tough to get there. So just being realistic. I don't know, man. Back is competing for a championship. Yeah. I'd like to say winning one and then consistently being in the conversation for me. Like, I don't want to be, I would obviously take a national championship in an instant, but I would hope it wouldn't be a situation where it's a national championship and then becoming immediately irrelevant. Like, I'd like it to be we're consistently in the, I mean, the playoffs are expanded. I'd like to consistently be in it. But that might just be me. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'm finally getting there. I think I'm finally getting there, bro. I appreciate you. 2025 is going to be good to all of us, man. Caught. Wow. Number one. Not surprised if somebody's going to catch it. Okay. Yes, Nick. If you could send it to thecoachcoopfootball@gmail.com, I think is it. Or you can send it to Joel, or both. Thank you. Dang, I've been trying to find it for a month or two. Give Nick 5 minutes. All right, though, but hey, here's the two. Here's the two. Why did he just completely like bail and leave his man and go for Howard? I mean, not Howard, Leonard. And just kidding, it's not Leonard. I'm a dummy. That's why. Never mind. Erase everything I said. It's not Leonard with the football. Erase everything I just said. They're not. No, they're not going to do it, Zach. Not going to do it.
This is what it take to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah. Yeah. Now Zach talking about guaranteed taking Notre Dame at +9, looking like a pretty smart move. Yeah, I hope so. Better year than Year of the Stone. Year of the Stone less. Go with that. I didn't touch nothing. All pressure here on Ohio State's offense. That is a lot of time left on that clock. Notre Dame fans have come alive. Oh, you sent it over? All right. When they kick to commercials, I finally have the pick of me and T.O. Let's go. Thank you, Nick and Joel. You'll be shocked at how tall I am. There's no shot Notre Dame comes back here, right? Now I don't care one way or another. I'm just saying. No way, right? See, this is a better look for Miami going into 2025. Let's spin this so it fits a narrative for us. Notre Dame making this close means that when we beat them, we beat the team that almost won the national championship at least, not the team that got blown out in the national championship. That's important. Pyron has the most passing yards versus Notre Dame. Yeah, if you let Notre Dame come back and win this, oh man. Oh. All right, here we go. Huh?
This is what it take
Huh?
to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Co-op, if Notre Dame gets the touchdown and gets the 2-point conversion, then this game's going into overtime.
I think Randy, the overtime wizard, might be on to something. But it's appropriate that the overtime wizard is the one who makes the statement, though, right? Thank you, Randy. We'll wait till commercials before we look at the Coop and Terrell Owens picture. I'll be honest, I'm almost kind of mad though, even though I don't have a dog in the fight, because like every time I see that guy catch a football, I know that it should be in a different uniform. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're only going to be able to stop that guy if you put 3 or 4 guys on him. And then at that point, you're just going to open it up for somebody else. Dang. All right. While we have a commercial break here, Joel, can I show the picture of you and T.O. as well? Are you okay with me showing that? I'll show him the picture of me and T.O. while we wait for Joel to answer. So I finally, this is my first time seeing this. I've not seen this picture of me and T.O. This happened in November. And I'm just now seeing this for the first time. There it is. And what's so funny about this situation is, before you say anything, T.O. did not want to be embarrassed, so he had them bring over a stool so he could stand on it before they took the picture. There's Coop and T.O. Yeah. Shoot, hold on, I zoomed out too far. Hold on. Here we go. There it is. Yep. See, and that's that plain polo I had to buy at Target. Yep. And then here's Mr. Joel Davis with T.O. I thought T.O. should have been pointing at him. They had it backwards, but I think that Joel was standing on the stool in his picture. I appreciate you guys sending that to me. I've been looking for that picture for a while, for real. I was looking at a different camera, apparently. What was I even looking at? Hold on. I wasn't even looking at the camera. I'm looking at something. I was probably looking at the food. I was looking at that honey fried chicken they were putting out at the buffet. I was distracted. Yep. Look at, he was trying to, same stance. Yep. Oh, shoot. Oh, what are you looking at the camera? Did I play receiver? I did. In high school, but that's it. Yeah, there was a former MTSU guy that was there, yeah. And he specifically called out the Miami game, and everyone pointed and laughed at me. So I was not as undercover as I believed that I was. Yeah. Literally everybody turned and looked at me.
We ballin', boy.
I know, Thomas. I know. Thank you for the 9 months. Thank you for the love, man. That guy is a... You do anything to get that guy. That guy is exactly as advertised. That is an... Look, it's an NFL-ready guy. Now, you have an NFL player on your football team in his first year. And that will go down as one of the biggest fumbles, whiffs, misses in Miami history. Man. Like, sometimes I'll actually be sitting around. I'm not trying to make a joke. I'll actually be sitting around and I'll legit just be like, damn, we didn't get Jeremiah Smith. Thank you, Thomas. And again, we need to win, man. You know Miami had the money. Oh, you're good, David. Better late than never. The money's not a problem. I mean, Lamar is a big whiff, too. Yeah. But, I mean, gosh, other than Texas throwing the whole defense at him, dude's over here in triple-digit receiving yards in playoff games. He's a monster. I mean, there have been a lot of... Yeah. There was an issue there for a while where it seemed like Miami was kind of poor at evaluating talent. Some guys just purely just didn't pick Miami. It's not that they didn't want them. But there's also been some times where I'm like, we passed on this guy? Malachi Tony, yeah. I'm pretty excited about that, dude. Their weather versus ours, I don't get it. If it were me, because we have to remove the fandom out of it. Like, take the fandom out of it. So, like, us as Canes fans, we say, well, why would he not go to Miami? But we're Miami fans. If I remove the fandom, I would just want to go where I play for national championships. Personally. That's a personal thing. Has Miami proven that they can consistently compete for national championships or even just be in the playoffs or conference championships? They haven't. We've not done it. So, like, I'm not trying to be the negative Canes fan. I'm just saying. Like, Miami has the weather. Miami has the money to compete with the big boys. Miami is working still on facility stuff, continuing to upgrade. Miami's been in the ACC and has been in the championship game once and got demolished. We're over here watching freaking Arizona State play in a playoff game before we are. And there are other factors. You guys are right. Sometimes there are question marks at the reason we missed on Shamar Stewart. What was it? We didn't have a coordinator at the time. That's tough. Bad timing sometimes. But the reality is Miami, like people, we make fun of Ohio State a lot. Choking, on big stages and things like that. But they're consistently in the talks, it seems like, to be in playoff games or conference championship games. And that's why I'm saying here we are. We didn't even play in the I'm just saying, we didn't even make it to the conference championship this year. Jeremiah Smith, he's playing in the Natty and going to win it. Got to start winning some football games, man. And do it year in and year out. Some consistency, man. Sun Devils had a better defense. You're darn right they did. Yeah. I could be the change that takes us to an Natty. Yeah, I was going to make a video about that, Katie, and kind of talk about it a little bit. Yeah, Rick Arrow whiffed on some players. Yep. How do you realistically feel about 2025 schedule? It's tough because I want to see how that spring portal window plays out. It's a little too early for me to say how I feel one way or another. Looks somewhat more difficult. Yeah. Amari Cooper whiff. Oof. All right. You put it in. The +9 dream is gone. Yep. It's been 10 years. 10 years. And Ohio State is going to win a national championship. OSU didn't play in their championship game either. I mean, but here they are winning a Natty. Congratulations to Brew, Cypher. You can put it in there. I'm waiting. Go ahead. You can put it in there. Hey, we got the prediction right at least. Again, it didn't matter to me who won this game. You know, I don't have love for Ohio State or Notre Dame, but we'll see if Brew is here. If he's not, you might have to finish it yourself, Cypher. Maybe he checked out. Appreciate you, Mr. Overdose. You might be the Lone Ranger, Cypher, and I got a lot of respect for that. That's fair, Forza. Staying more on the pessimist side with Mario. Pretty much bought up a squad this year and still couldn't get into the ACC championship game. That's fair. uh, I mean, I bet Jeremiah Smith is not regretting his decision at the moment. $11-point victory. Notre Dame tried to make it a game, and they did make it closer. 34-23, Ohio State Buckeyes win the national championship in the first year of the expanded playoffs. They lost to Michigan and ended up winning a natty. Fair, I feel that. I got the same energy, MS. I feel that, yep. When's the next live stream? I'd like to minimum go live every Friday. So we'll try to drum up something for Friday, even if it's just hypothetical talk. Imagine that, but all the confetti being orange and green. Ugh. Orange and green fireworks going off. Drones in the sky that form a giant U. One day. One day. They have the technology now. They can do this. FAMU. FAMU. That's not even the third team that comes to mind when I say orange and green. Super Bowl live stream. We maybe could just to hang out. Hey, have a good night, Kay. I'll be watching the Super Bowl. Yeah. But yeah, the goal, again, because I know it's like actually true off season. College football is over. This is it. The goal is at least every Friday minimum. We do a live hangout just so we can all connect, talk college football. But sometimes it's hard to drum things up in the off season. I mean, it is because there's not a whole lot going on, especially, spring isn't here yet. But we'll try to drum up something. Ideally, we go live twice a week plus videos, but we'll see. But I'd like to try to promise that we'll go live at least every Friday. Plus, of course, update videos. More coaching movement is going to happen. Miami's got to fill out position coaches. So there'll be some stuff with that. And again, hypotheticals. Hypotheticals, yep. Anybody big on National Signing Day? Probably not real big, no. Not any crazy surprises. I'm not a recruiting expert, but anymore, man, most of the big-time guys are going to sign in December. Oh no, Chris, that's right. Chris, I'm not saying that you guys don't hate Ohio State, but Chris might be at the top of the list. And he just had to watch them win a national championship. Mm. I appreciate y'all. Top dono of the night, Joel Davis with the 99.99 times 2. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate you. Thomas Shearer re-upped the Canes fan membership. Thank you for the love, man. Randy went off tonight, the OT wizard. Looked like it might have happened for a little bit there, Randy. Thank you, bro. Bahama, SC, Nick Polly, John, thank you for the sub earlier. Mike Brandley, Zach Jones also popped off. Massive amount of love. Thank you, my man. Doc Holland. Glenn, I appreciate you, Glenn. Vibe, the Clemson fan, chiming in. And Disturbed Villain. I appreciate y'all. If I missed anybody, thank you. I know people are they're gonna throw up a little in their mouth, but congrats to Cypher and Brew. Those are two really good friends of mine, and they're Ohio State fans. It's not easy to set it to the side sometimes. You know, we give each other a hard time here and there. But I know that you guys are excited. I know I'd be excited if this were Miami, obviously. So enjoy it. How's everyone feeling about our first game coming up? We can say we beat the runner-up in the national championship game. That's how I feel.
25 season, better def, and finish strong.
That's how I feel, Chris. We will beat the runner-up. And it would have been better to beat the winner, but we'll have to try to see them maybe in the playoffs or something. You know? Thank you, Rocky Top Kane, for the 3. 25 season, better definitely, and finish strong. I hope. I'd really, truly, I'd love to be here someday. It's like we say this, and people I think don't really grasp it. It can be a once in a lifetime opportunity potentially. One team wins it out of all of them. I'm 35 years old. And ever since I've been watching college football, I only got to see Miami win one of them. And at the time when I watched it, it was my first time watching a college football game. So I can't even call myself a Canes fan when I watched that game because I didn't start following them till after. So as a Canes fan, like as a diehard Canes fan, I've not got to witness one. I've witnessed heartbreaker after heartbreaker, disappointment. So the point I'm trying to make is I hope that I can see one of these. Because it'd be pretty cool. I hope, man. I hope. So that's it. College football is over. Till August. For officially, right? Better than me. You were 2 months old when Tech won it. Yeah, I feel you. I know, Kane. I'd be taking that confetti and I'd be putting it in my pocket. I'd be taking it home. I'd bottle it up. You know it. So again, a crazy season though. I know that Miami's season ended much earlier than we wanted to, but we made a lot of memories this year. did a lot of live hangouts, and you guys made it what it is, which was a blast. All things considered, man, this was one of the funnest rides so far on the channel, and thank you for being part of it. We're going to roll out the virtual season again in June. Coach Coop Plays version will return. I'm also planning on, this is going to take some time, all right? This is going to take a little bit of time. But I'll be revamping the channel to an extent. So we're going to try to have a little bit of a new look. I like to do this every couple years. So there'll be some changes happening. We might change some overlays. We'll change the intro up a little bit, change the outro out a little bit. We like to mix it up, keep it fresh, and that's the plan. But we'll try to do at least one live stream every Friday, if not more, at least 2 a week, plus the videos. So we're not going anywhere. We'll still be here, but it might slow down a little bit because slow days. True, if CFP 26 comes out, depends on when, right? If it doesn't come out till July, we'll have to do that thing where we shift over, since I start the virtual season in June. Because if we don't start it in June, we won't finish it. So we might have to do that thing where we shift over. And we'll try to do more of the Coop Plays viewers stuff, because I didn't do a ton of that because I started having the kidney stone problems. This should be a good year, man. It's exciting. There's a lot of big things happening for Miami, and I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate y'all. I'll try to see you on Friday or sooner. I'm waiting for the outro to start playing, but it's not. Good evening, Tony, and good night. We're heading out. Love y'all. Appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. All right?
This is what it takes to wear the you on the side of your helmet.
Something for the kids, guys.
Bahama. I appreciate the love. I can actually show you something real quick. Thank you for the 305, my friend. Look what's hanging up in the studio here. Now, ignore, I'm moving some stuff around in here, so things are a mess, but look at this. Look at this. There it is. I got the calendar you sent me hanging on the wall. There it be. So I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, thank you.
This is what it takes to wear the you on the side of your helmet.
Get Max some treats.
Tropical, you know I will do that. We like to spoil that little boy rotten. We will absolutely do that. I will put that directly in the Max Treat Fund. He's right here. There's that little dinosaur right there. Always by my side. Thank you, Tropical. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tropical.